Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday, and we are live, and we're going to do the secret again. Yep, we are ready. I'm just working out YouTube. I'm a little behind. Life is lifing in so many different ways. Okay, now give me a second to get there, and I'm almost there. Okay. Okay. Oh, hi everybody. Okay. So, we have a surprise from Yvette. In fact, Yvette, let me log into my Gmail because we definitely have a surprise for you all from her. So let me begin. I've been playing tag with Andra. So I called her, she called me, I couldn't answer, then I messaged her, and life, like I said, is crazy. I have not spoken to her, but I will get into that in a second. Let me say hi to all of you amazing people. So we have Yvette who says, "Welcome back." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hi Jen. My trip was wonderful. Hello, Mr. Jason. All right, we got Misha. We've got we got Lakin Bacon saving the bacon. And then we got Giselle. I hope I say your name correctly. I never know if I do. We got Deb over at Camera Queen. Hi, Jean. How are you? Yolanda. Hi, my friend. Look at you guys all saying hi to one another. I appreciate you all so much. Hi, Robin. Hi, Miss Gretchen. How is everybody? We got Bobby, just to check budgets. Hi, girl. And then we got, wait, I just skipped. Wait, hold on. Hi, Lisa. I called Lisa this morning too. Lisa, did you know that you missed a call from me? Just checking. Um, then we have Elizabeth. I was trying to catch up with all my girls. I did get to message Mama Bear. So I got a little bit of a catch up there, just a small personal. We are all back together again. All back together. There we go. I'm saying it correctly. I love you, and I apologize if I ever didn't. Hi, Miss Amy. And as people come in, I'll say hi to them. I'm actually going to put my phone on vibrate, and this way I'll keep it in front of me. And oh dear Lord, help me. Okay. So funny. So I am going to talk a little bit funny, and I kind of said that in my video. I got severe sunburn on my bottom lip, so I don't move it very well. And it's not just my bottom lip. This whole section is the nerves are flipping out from here all the way to here, and all this. I am, once again, does everybody have a weakest link of their body? I've always said that my weakest link is my lips. I think I'm backwards. Let me just fix something. Let me know if you have a weakest link. Okay. Does that work? That works, because then I can see the writing is the correct way. I know. In fact, I think I've never scheduled a dermatologist appointment, and when I looked up what I can do for that, it says it's one of the most prone areas. So I definitely want to go to the dermatologist and have them, because this is the spot that gets it all the time. And if you with me for the longest time, you know that this has happened before. Yeah. Pain. Let's see what I missed. And what do we have? High budgeting with Amy. She says, "I saw that. I was driving home from my son's." Okay. Oh, it's okay. I had a feeling that you were traveling for some reason. That's what I felt, like whether it's driving or whatever. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Um, oh, you guys are awesome. Hello, Miss Janet. Hi, my friend. You. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Okay. Oh, I hope you're feeling better. Catch it on the rewind and just know that you know what? Feel better, my friend. Love you. Both. You guys are killing me. Okay, you're too small. Too small. You're too young to be falling apart. Too young. All right. Um, so I did. I ran away. We got away for a week. We left last Saturday. I fled. Had no videos. Had no saving. Um, I have no money. I have no binders on my desk because everything gets put away in in an external location because you know me. Don't trust the bad guys. So I did not get my binders back. So I'm not filming again, and so no binders. I don't even know. I mean, last time we were here, we never did the $20 for the week. So I think we have a lot of catching up to do, but I'll let you all do the brick wall and you guys will tell me how much I'm supposed to have in there when I do get my binders back. We did go to Bermuda and Bermuda. Did I say it wrong? I put the ER at that. And I have to tell you, that's, I think, my second or third time there. And it's one of my favorite places. It's extremely beautiful. The water is just so tranquil, so tranquil. Everyone that I met off of the ship were so kind, so nice. Um, I found one person to be a little shady, and I think that he tried to take advantage of me, but I did not allow him to financially. But then the next man that I met was a retired correction officer who drove a cab, and he gave me earfuls. I asked questions, he answered. Kind of broke bread with him. It was amazing. We did. It was just, and we're on the aqua, and the aqua was very pretty. But I was used to the center of the boat being wide open with grand chandeliers and things like that, and the staircase to go a couple levels. This there was no center. Everything was on the outsides of the ship. So when you came down the stairway, you hit a wall. So you had to go either left or right. So it took a little bit of maneuvering to figure that out. But by the time the ship docked, we knew exactly where we were going and what we were doing. They're trying to get away from the buffet. So they have this place called the Local, where it's all different international foods. And you can sit at one table and order something from every type of restaurant. So if you wanted Thai and you wanted sushi and you wanted barbecue and you wanted wings, you could just order it and they would just bring it all to you. So that was pretty different. That was basically it. It was bad weather on our way out of, well, just while we were docked in New York, but the sun came out to leave port, so we got a beautiful view of the Statue of Liberty. I had said on a live that I was going to try to go live to catch Statue of Liberty coming home. But he must have been in such a rush to get us back, and he explained why. He had us scheduled for like 1 a.m. getting into the harbor of New York. We wound up, and I kept waking up throughout the night just to see where I was. And at one point, I woke up just to be underneath the Verrazano Bridge. So I knew that Lady Liberty was coming. But it was 2:30 in the morning. He got us in there. And he explained that he was trying to get us in there early because of the current in the Hudson was going to have it extremely difficult for him to dock the ship. So they needed time to do that. So they figured they'd do that while we were sleeping. but it all worked out really, really well. Uh, the bus ride was a little crazy. We had 2 bus fills with people, and they kind of like sublet, like the company we call sublets out to another. So we had 2 different titles of a boat, a bus, and they don't show up at a specific location. And so John was outside trying to figure out what bus we were. Our guy was trying to figure out, what company was coming, blah, blah, blah. John finds the bus. It's got to go around and then pull in. And the second bus is nowhere to be found. So I'm supposed to be on bus 1 with John and our our friend George, who's our local DJ, who puts us in this whole thing together. And long story short, we had to throw 4 people in our spots on the first bus to wait for the second bus. And I'm not bashing whether I'm just gonna say that this bus driver, we had her last year, and she started to get us lost, and we had to tell her how to get us home. So she pulls up, and she was way late, compared to the first bus. And so we're sitting there, and she can't get us out. Her hydraulics was telling her that she was in park, whatever it was, and it wouldn't release for whatever reason. Wouldn't release. So John gets up. John gets up, and he's messing with the handles and this, and he's like telling us, step on the brake, do this, do that. Finally, we get it released. John sits back down. Everybody starts applauding. Now we think we're going to pull away, and she's not moving. So John's like, are you okay? And he calls her by name. So he broke bread with her. He's like, are you okay? He goes, no, it won't. I didn't know this because I'm not a bus driver. So we're driving home. It was the rockiest bus ride. It felt like we were like Fred Flintstone. It was like this. And we're on a private WhatsApp messaging. Everybody's messaging on the bus, like, what's wrong with this bus? Are we okay? Like things like that. Well, I don't know this because I'm not a bus driver. I guess you lower the bus to get the baggage in, and you're supposed to raise the bus to then take off. And that's why it never got out of park, so to say, whatever the terminology is. So we're on 17 in Jersey. Thank God we get out of the tunnel. She pulls over, and she must have called in that there was a problem. So she finally lifts the hydraulics up. Now it engages, and we had the smoothest ride after that. So it was a little chaotic, and my luggage was on the first bus, so friends had to take that. It got crazy, got a little crazy. So, and I was telling everybody on my live, John and I had no air conditioning in our room for like 3 or 4 days. We were melting in our room. Like, okay, so when you walk in, it's a little cool, but in the middle of the night, you're like this. And we'd say to the guy, it's not cool enough. Okay, I have it fixed. Yeah. Next day, same thing. Then his answer to me was, in the middle of the night when it's not cold enough, call 00. No, I'm not going to call in the middle of the night. Get it fixed now while I'm not on the boat. So it was crazy good. Couple of incidents, not with us. Someone passed away on the ship. Another woman broke her leg at the pool, really snapped it. Guy fell, hit his head, gashed it. George, our guy, I guess one of the tables were broken, and they left it in play, and he was holding onto the table, and he cut his finger, like to the point where they had to bring the medic out to him. Like it was like kooky like that, But I met a couple of people. I'll give you a quick. I met a very nice couple in the pool, and this was the most I was ever in a pool on a ship. That's how beautiful it was. He saw my hat. I was wearing this hat, and right away, all we did was talk hockey. And I'm like, I'm old school hockey. And we went on, him, me, and his wife, for hours about hockey. He was a Canadian, so I was like, it was really cool. Then another couple, we met a couple, and then we went to Horseshoe Bay, and they introduced us to another couple. I'm like, oh, where do you live? Oh, we live in Beach Lake. Blah, blah, blah. And he's like, where's that? And I start telling him how to get there from his lake house. He goes, "I've been there." He goes, "I picked up a piece of furniture from a warehouse over there." I turn around and go, "Was the warehouse black? And was it on?" He goes, "I don't know. I don't know." So I said, "Give me a second." I take my phone out. I go, "Is this the person you bought it from?" He goes, "Yeah." I go, "That's my son." So they weren't even with us, and I got to meet someone that had an amazing experience with TJ. And as a mother, that was like so cool. You always want your kids to be that person, and I do. I always get confirmation of that, right? Hidden messages. Um, Actually, I've been using the aloe. I do. The aloe helps it so much. That's what I looked it up. Um, okay, I want to make sure. Hi, Miss Wendy. I'm coming on. I was a little late. We had family dinner tonight with um okay. There's a reason, right? You guys have seen this before. You know that no, there why is my shirt not working? Okay, there's a reason for this. And I wanted to just take a moment, and I want to just lift up my silent prayer. And if you want to lift up your silent prayer, and I don't want to say her name wrong. The young girl on the train, I don't know how to pronounce her name, and I don't want to screw it up. But uh, I know that video is hard to watch, but I did. So I want for her to pass alone like that. I close my eyes and I lift her up. Her name and her heart is in. But I also want to lift up my heart to Charlie Kirk and just say that there's no violence in my heart, and there's no spot for violence in this world. And that's just my 2 cents. And it's not about being on one side or the other. It's about being a good human. That's all it's about. It's about being a good human. I violence. There's no room for that. Can't we just be happy? Um, what is a COVID response? What did I miss? Um, I tagged you in a community post. What am I missing? Okay, I'll come back to that. Uh, yeah, it's crazy stuff. So little girl, then when I say little girl now, it's not my granddaughter, it's the puppy. Um, Bella is still at camp, becoming the best she can be, right? She's at basic training, and she's probably there until Thursday. And if they feel like they want to do a couple more days with her, they asked if they could keep her. So I'm hoping she comes home Thursday. But if she stays, it's because, I don't think they need more time. They're just trying to do more with her. But when I came home yesterday, the house felt so different. Like I sat in my chair this morning, I looked at her bed and all her toys, and I was like, ah, I miss her. I miss her. Um, Amen, brother. Amen. Okay. I am looking forward to the Disney cruise with everyone. And I started, this cruise prepared me outfit wise and snorkel. Like I wouldn't go snorkeling in Bermuda because I stay with all the belongings. So I let everybody else go out and I stay and I watch everybody's stuff. Because that's me, right? That's me. So I'm looking forward to the Disney one because when you go to the private island, the only thing you really need is your pass key, right? What else? You're not bringing money, your cell phone. Yeah, you put in a thing, but there'll be enough of us, right? So John lost a piece to his snorkel, so I wanna buy a new snorkel, and I want a snorkel this time. But I also have the GoPro, and I have the underwater camera, and I didn't even think to bring them this time. And I will definitely be buying the best sunblock for my lips, because this I'm gonna say it a couple of times throughout the night, it's so painful, so painful. I'm so sorry for you, my friend. I'm sending you hugs. It's an empty void, right? It's emptiness. I I said this on the live, and it's okay if you didn't catch it. I was I took my Kindle with me, and I hadn't touched my Kindle in a very long time. And the magic was on here. That's why I brought it with me. And I started reading the magic, and I hadn't read it in a long time. I was just like, oh wow. We need to, even though I said we were gonna do the cybernetics, I think that's gotta be put on the back burner. I think the magic needs to be next. And I want you guys to all say thank you. I'm gonna share something with you all. I gotta add my account. My computer wasn't open. Nothing's open. So give me a second to log in. Give me a second. It's probably gonna ask me to verify. Yes. Two-step verification. Okay. Yes, that's me. Okay. Just to make sure it's not you guys messaging me. All right. Give me 1 second while I find it. Okay. I would like for you guys to know that Miss Yvette Allen, who's in the chat right now, she took it upon herself, and she found the magic for us in PDF form. And I'm going to link it right now. It's a Google document. She downloaded it, and you should be able to get it from here. So I'm going to save it. It should be clickable because I have it open on the other side. Could someone please click on it and let me know if you have it? Let me know if you guys get that. Because how amazing is that, so that you don't have to buy it? You have it right there. It works. Okay. And if you want it in hard copy, that's awesome too. So thank you, Yvette. That was so nice of you. Tonight at dinner, we were talking, and I was actually talking to my sister this morning too, that it does take a village. And I know we talk about that all the time, but we were talking about it in other ways. And this right here, when I got home, like I saw this morning when I was having my coffee. I was just like, wow, because I mentioned it on the live. And then a few of the other emails were like, I'm so glad that we're doing that next. And it was so like, it's a calling. We need to do that one next. No, I have no problem with reading. I want to actually see how many pages this chapter is, because I don't think there's a difference. It's not a very long chapter. I should be able to get through it. I just might not, might sound funny. Look at you all. You've got it. Make sure you save that link. See, thank you. And that's a point, again, where it takes a village. It's just, So thankful. Hi, Tara. All right, let's get into it because this is the secret to the world. Ready? Let's see what it has to say. I have to put you guys on pause because that might be TJ. TJ's the only one. Hello? Potential spam. TJ's the only one that calls my house line. Okay. You know what's going to happen. The moment I start to read, something wants my attention. Yes. Okay. The secret to the world. People have a tendency to look at the things that they want and say, yes, I like that. I want that. However, they look at the things that they don't want and they give them just as much energy, if not more, with the ideas that they can stamp it out. They can eliminate it, obliterate it. In our society, we become content with fighting against things, fighting against cancer, fighting against poverty, fighting against war, fighting against drugs, fighting against terrorism, fighting against violence. We tend to fight everything we don't want, which actually creates more of a fight. So Haley Dwoskin is the teacher and author of the Sedona Method. Is anybody familiar with the Sedona Method? I think I need to go deeper in that. Anything we focus on, we do create. So if we're really angry, for instance, at the war that is going on, or strife, or suffering, we're adding our energy to it. We're pushing ourselves, and that only creates resistance. What you resist persists. Bob Doyle says, the reason that what you resist persists is because if you're resisting something, you're saying, no, I don't want this thing because it makes me feel this way, the way I'm feeling right now. So you're putting out a really strong emotion of it. I really don't like this feeling. And then it comes racing toward you. Resistance to anything is like trying to change the outside pictures after they have been transmitted. It's a futile pursuit. You have to go within and emit a new signal with your thoughts and feelings to create the new pictures. As you resist what has appeared, you are adding more energy and more power to those pictures that you don't like. And you are bringing more of them at a furious rate. The event or circumstances can only get bigger because that is the law of the universe. The event or circumstance can only get bigger because that is the law of the universe. Jack Canfield, the anti-war movement creates more war. The anti-drug movement has actually created more drugs because we're focusing on what we don't want, and that's drugs. People believe that if we really want to eliminate something, focus on that. How much sense does it make for us to give that particular problem all of the energy as opposed to focusing on trust, loving, living in abundance, education, or peace? Jack Canfield says, Mother Teresa was brilliant. She said, I will never attend an anti-war rally. If you have a peace rally, invite me. She knew. She understood the secret. Look what she manifested in the world. Amen to that. So if you're really anti-war, be pro-peace instead. If you're anti-hunger, be pro-people having more than enough to eat. If you are anti a particular politician, be pro his opponent. Often elections are tipped in favor of the person that the people are really against. because he's getting all the energy and all the focus. Everything in the world began with one thought. The bigger things get bigger because more people give their thoughts to it after it has appeared. Then those thoughts and emotions keep that very event in our existence and make it bigger. If we took our minds off it and focused instead on love, it could not exist. It would evaporate and disappear. Remember, and this is one of those most difficult as well as most wonderful statements to grasp. Remember that no matter what the difficulty is, no matter where it is, no matter who is affected, you have no patient but yourself. You have nothing to do but convey yourself of the truth which you desire to see manifested. It's okay to notice what you don't want because it gives you contrast to say, this is what I do want. But the fact is, the more you talk about what you don't want or talk about how bad it is, read about that all the time, and then say how terrible it is, well, you're creating more of that. You cannot help the world by focusing on the negative things. As you focus on the negative events of the world, you not only add to them, but you bring more negative things into your own life at the same time. When the pictures have appeared of something you do not want, it is your cue to change your thinking and emit a new signal. If it is the world's situation, you are not powerless. You have all the power. Focus on everybody being in joy. Focus on abundance of food. Give your powerful thoughts to what is wanted. You have the ability to give so much to the world by emitting feelings of love, well-being, despite what is happening around you. You guys in thought like I'm in thought? So with all the negative that's going on in the world, how powerful are we that we want peace, we want happiness, we want joy. I want to be, what was it, Saturday morning cartoon, what cartoon character, I want to think about Aquaman, right? The twins. What was that superhero? Like, you can even think like Iron Man, right? You take your hand and you go like this. I want goodness to come from that. Like, I want to go like this and just say stop, and then give them the power to be happy, to be positive, to get rid of their negative. I want that in life. Yes, right there. Focus on the joy, abundance, and make those feelings bigger than the hate. I agree. I think that's wonderful. The Wonder Twins. Yep. Let's do that. We can do that, right? So many times people say to me, well, James, I have to be informed. Maybe you have to be informed, but you don't have to be inundated. Wow. Never give hate your energy. Yes. Never give hate your energy. I love that, Yvette. Let's leave that up on the screen for a little bit. When I discovered the secret, I made a decision that I would not watch the news or read the newspapers anymore because it did not make me feel good. The news services and the newspapers are not in any way to blame for broadcasting bad news. As a global community, we are responsible for it. We buy more newspapers than a huge drama in the headline. Hmm. The news channel's ratings skyrocket when there is a national or international disaster. So the newspapers and news services give us more bad news because as a society, that's what we are saying we want. The media in is effect and we are the cause. It is just the law of attraction in action. Yes. Yes, you can be informed without dwelling on the negative. The news services and newspapers will change what they deliver to us when we emit a new signal and focus on what we want. Learn to become still and to take your attention away from what you don't want and all the emotional charge around it, and place that attention on what you wish to experience. Energy flows where attention goes. Energy flows to where attention goes. Think truly, and thy thoughts shall the world's famine feed. Think truly, and thy thoughts shall the world's famine feed. Wow, that's deep. Oof. Are you beginning to see the phenomenal power you have in this world just through your existence? All right, let's stop here for a second. I'm going to read that one more time and then I'm going to ask you guys a question. Are you guys beginning to see the phenomenal power you have in the world just through your existence? So here you are. What we're into, I don't even know what number chapter this is. This is like 6. Since we began The Secret, have you, this is going to be yes or no's. Since we began The Secret, have you seen a change in yourself? I just want to see some of these answers. Have you seen a change, a shift? Have you seen a shift? So I'm going to say yes, because I know for the past year, this year especially, and right before this year, I feel like a sponge. I'm in need of more knowledge. And I've talked about this. And I want to ask questions and I want to hear the different views, the different answers. Why you think this way? Why should we save money this way? Why should we save money that way? Why should I have sinking funds? Why shouldn't I? That's just one example, right? We'll leave it into business. Now I am that like I question so much in such an educational way now. I want to think about the things that we've learned. I want to change my thought process and I catch myself. Here's one. Have you guys caught yourself with the negative and then before it actually got out of your mouth, you switched it to the positive? Have you done that? I feel like I'm doing that on a regular basis. I'm catching the way I say things. And is that because we're slowing down? Like I find in myself, I'm trying to slow down, trying to be in that moment, and I'm trying to better myself. So for me to better myself, I want to I want to sound positive. I want to act positive. I've always been an assured, I'm a assured of myself person, but I'm raising that bar. Have you guys raised your bar? Look at you guys go. Right, so you feel me on what I'm saying, and it's not just in savings and budgeting, it's across the board. It's across the board. Nice, nice. Keep going. You got this. Yes, go Jean. Love it, love it. Okay. I think that's important because our existence, that word is what got me in that sentence. Our existence is purpose driven. Oh, oh, that, right? We're purpose driven. We have a purpose. In we were talking today at dinner. We had a family dinner, and let me tell you something, your ears would have been burning if you were at my dining room table. Actually, it was the outside table. Topic of conversations just went on and on and on. But this is a point I wish I would have made tonight at dinner. Everyone has a purpose. You might think that your purpose is this big compared to other people, how you see other people. But don't do that. If you think that their purpose is this big, guess what? Your purpose is this big. You have a purpose for being on this plane. Think about it. Ask, what are you supposed to do? And dive deep inside of you because it's in us. We just have to figure out what it is we're supposed to do. And I'm going to tell you this. I don't know why I'm feeling so emotional. I probably know why I'm feeling so emotional in so many different reasons, so many different reasons. And when I'm not feeling my greatest, I do find myself to become even more emotional. I went upstairs and I made chicken cutlets tonight. So I had on one of John's work shirts so that if it splattered up, I wasn't going to get dirty. And I did have a Willow's Warehouse t-shirt on today. And when I went upstairs, I said, no, today's got to be all about, for me, not to preach to you. I needed him today, or I needed him to have my back right now, because this is deep. This book is deep, and you read it and you're just like, what's the message I'm supposed to hear in this? So as I'm putting on this t-shirt in my bathroom light starts flickering, and I literally pause for a second. And Lisa, I have to tell you, there was a part of me that wasn't sure if I was going to read tonight because of my mouth. But when that light flickered and I put this shirt on, something came over me. And when you look at what this chapter has been about, I did not read this chapter while I was away. I decided not to because I feel like because I'm reading it out loud, I'm absorbing more of it. And I can't wait to read the magic out loud, because to read it in your head versus out loud, I feel something different. But after that light flickered, I knew I call it man up, right? And you don't have to agree with that terminology, but it's like, man up, Donna, you got this. You could push through it. Just do it. And I'm beyond happy that these words are uplifting. It's in us. We just have to find it. We do. I want to go back. Good luck, Lakin. Congratulations. It's hard not to be negative Nelly, but I'm working hard on it. Okay. Can we talk about that for a second? Because I am that, you guys know who I am, right? You guys, I think sometimes you might know me more than most. And I try to be positive, uplifting, have a conversation about things that are sustainable for all of us. Well, here's a for instance, Amy, and I don't know if this is how you are. And if you could figure out how to do it for yourself, maybe you can help me help John. And this is not in any way bashing him. I would love to help him get past the negative also. And I said to my sister recently, he's been with me the longest. Like, we're together 35 years. He's been with me longer than he was with his parents, right? Whatever. Or anyone else on this earth. And you would think that the good would rub off, right? The positive would rub off. And I'm not lifting myself up. But like here, on our way to Bermuda, and someone says to him, we're going to have 3 days of rain when we get to Bermuda. And someone else in that whole conversation says, no, I don't think it's going to. I think it's just passing. John heard 3 days of rain. We're going to be in I want to say Jamaica. I got that song playing in my head. We're going to be in Bermuda and we're going to have nothing but rain. So any conversation John had from then until we docked was, oh, did you hear? It's going to be raining. Oh, did you hear? It's going to be raining. And that's the only thing that he focused on. So how do you help somebody get rid of that? Let it go. How do you know that it's going to rain for 3 days? Because it could blow in and blow out. I think that we, right, after reading this, even before this, don't we have the power to think positive? You know what? It's not going to rain. The rain's not going to stick around. It might rain for a minute, but it's like, do we have the power if we could, right? You never know. But Amy, I would love to help you and help him. And I'm not, like I said, bashing him, but I know the struggle is real. And I kept saying to him, I wish you would read this. I would read this book over at night with him. I would. Lakin, you've got the biggest cheer group going for you, my friend. I think that's wonderful. Love it. You guys are the best. You really are. You do lift everyone up. And that's truly amazing. You give them power and strength without them even knowing it. There you go. All right. I think we all have it. We just got to figure out how to do it. Hi, Miss Laura Bell. How are you? I miss you all so much. Okay. So I read, are you beginning to see the phenomenal power you have in the world just through your existence? As you focus on the good things, you feel good, and you are bringing more good things to the world. At the same time, you are bringing more good things into your own life. When you feel good, you uplift your life, and you uplift the world. I didn't mean to leave that on the screen, Aim. Okay. The law is perfection in operation. Dr. John DeMartini. I always say when the voice and the vision on the inside become more profound, clear, and loud than the opinions on the outside, you've mastered your life. Lisa Nichols says, it's not your job to change the world or the people around you. Uh-oh. Was this for me? It's your job to go with the flow inside of the universe and to celebrate it inside the world that exists. You are the master of your life, and the universe is answering your every command. Don't become mesmerized by the pictures that have appeared if they are not what you want. Take responsibility for them. Make light of them if you can, and let them go. Then think new thoughts of what you want. Feel them and be grateful that it is done. The universe is abundant. Dr. Joe Vitale says, one of the questions I get asked all the time is if everyone uses The Secret and they all treat the universe like a catalog, aren't you going to run out of stuff? Won't everyone just make a run for it and bust the bank. What's beautiful about the teaching of the secret is that there is more than enough to go around for everyone. There is a lie that acts like a virus within the mind of humanity. And that lie is there's not enough good to go around. There's lack and there's limitation and there's just not enough. And that lie has people living in fear, greed, stinginess. And those thoughts of fear, greed, stinginess, and lack become their experience. So the world has taken a nightmare pill. The truth is that there's more than enough good to go around. There's more than enough creative ideas. There's more than enough power. There's more than enough love. There's more than enough joy. All of this begins to come through a mind that is aware of its own infinite nature. Think of the infinity symbol. It's never ending. It just keeps going around and around and around and around. Abundance can do the same thing. Love the abundant that never has to be ending. Never ending. Like the never ending story. Never ending abundance. Does anybody here, besides liking his music, I'm not talking about his music, Pitbull. Does anyone follow Pitbull on Instagram? I want to just see, does anybody do that? And then you're going to know where I'm heading with this. Okay. Robin, are you on Instagram? Gretchen, are you guys on Instagram? I'm gonna go straight to Pitbull for a second. Okay, let's go to Pitbull. Because it has nothing to do with music. I'm gonna play something. Tell me if you guys can hear it.
Because when you're a baby and you go to get up and you go to walk, what's the first thing everybody does? Oh my God, look! Oh, look at Jimmy's walking! Boom, Jimmy falls, but they go, don't, get back up, come on. Hey, everybody, come see this. And everybody's like, yeah. You know why Jimmy walks? Because everybody's motivating him to walk. Well, it's the total opposite as you get into, you become an adult. You try to become a lawyer, a doctor, or anything you want to do, open a business. Everybody's, oh, that's not going to work. Why are you even thinking like that? Why are you even, you should just go get a 9 to 5. You just did me a favor. Thank you. I appreciate you. You just motivated me.
Did you hear that? There's more on his page, and it's the legit Pitbull, right? This man is motivational on so many different levels. And I'm not even talking about his singing and dancing. He's got such amazing thought processes. If you get a chance, go over to him and follow him because he's insightful. And that one was one of his last posts that I saw. And when I heard that, I sat there and go, wow, how true is that? When you want your child to take the first step, it's like, come on, you got this. But the moment that they want to do something that you're not comfortable doing, you can't do that. How can you do that? Right? So much to think about. So sometimes we do that to ourselves. And that is preventing us from being the best we can be, or the positive, or the one that's using the secret and the most abundant. Think about that. Think about that. Insightfulness, right? Okay. You are here on this glorious planet. Am I up to that page? I have to be up to that page, right? Wait a second, I lost my page. Okay. Oh, infinite nature. Okay. Every great teacher who has ever walked the planet has told you that life was meant to be abundant. The essence of this law is that you must think abundance, see abundance, feel abundance, believe abundance. Let no thought of limitation enter your mind. Okay, that's page 148. That right there is important. And I'm going to read it one more time. The essence of the law is that you must think abundance, see abundance, feel abundance, believe abundance. Let no thought of limitation enter your mind. Wow. Okay. And so, just when we think that resources are dwindling, we find new resources that can achieve the same thing. The true story of a Belize oil team is an inspiring example of the power of the human mind to bring forth resources. The directors of the Belize Natural Gas Limited were trained by the eminent Dr. Tony Quinn, who specializes in humanistic psychology. With Dr. Quinn's mind power training, we're going to have to look this guy up. With Dr. Quinn's mind power training, the directors were confident that their mental picture of Belize being a successful. Sorry, my eyes are messing with me now. Holy moly. It's very bright in here. Let me read that again. With Dr. Quinn's mind-powering training, the directors were all confident that their mental picture of Belize being a successful oil-producing country would be achieved. They took a brave step to drill for oil in Spanish Lookout. And in one short year, their dream and their vision became a reality. Belize Natural Energy Limited discovered oil of the highest quality in abundant flows where 50 other companies had failed to find any. Belize has become an oil producing country because of an extraordinary team of people believing in the unlimited power of their mind. Nothing is limited, not resources or anything else. It is only limited in the human mind. When we open our minds to the unlimited creative power, we will call forth abundance and see the experience of a whole new world. Okay, who just thought of Aladdin? Oh God, my mouth is killing me. Did you guys just think of Aladdin when I said that last line? It's a whole new world. It's a whole new world. If we just did, we have it at our fingertips. Oh dear Lord, help me. Okay. Even though we say we have lack, it's because we don't open up our visions and see all of what is around us. You know, when people start to live from their heart and go for what they want, they don't go for the same things. That's the beauty of this. We don't all want BMWs. We don't all want the same person. We don't all want the same experiences. We don't all want the same clothing. We don't all want fill in the blank. We all don't want, I don't know what I'd say. I'd say we all don't want a log home. I do. I would love a log home. But that's what I would say. If you were to say, I know I don't want a BMW. I wouldn't. And I don't want that designer purse. I don't think I want that. I don't want that. Yeah, that's not on my top 10 list. What don't you want? I want to hear what you guys don't want. You are here on this glorious planet, endowed with this wonderful power to create your life. There are no limits to what you can create for you, because your ability to think is unlimited. But you cannot create other people's lives for them. You cannot think for them. And if you try to force your opinions on others, you will only attract like forces to you. So let all others create their life story the way they want. There's enough for everyone if you believe it, if you can see it, if you act from it. It'll show up for you. That's the truth. If you have any lack, if you are prey to poverty or disease, it is because you do not believe or you do not understand the power that is yours. It is not a question of the universal giving you. It offers everything to everyone. It's not partial. If you have any lack, if you are prey to poverty or disease, it is because you do not believe or you do not understand the power that is yours. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Hi, Miss Bev. Go, Jen. It's funny how we can think of all the things we want, struggle to think of the things we don't want. Yeah, did you see the struggle? The struggle was real. Huh. Wow. Okay. The universe offers all things to all people through the law of attraction. You have the ability to choose what you want to experience. Do you want there to be enough for you and for everyone? I do. Then choose that and know there is abundance of all things. There is an unlimited supply. There's so much magnificence. Each of us has the ability to tap into the unlimited, invisible supply through our thoughts and feelings and bring it into our experience. So choose for you because you're the only one who can. It's up to us. That's really what it comes down to. It's up to us. Everything you want, all the joy, love, abundance, prosperity, bliss, it's there, ready for you to grab a hold of it. And you've got to get hungry for it. You've got to be intentional. Oof. I like that word. I like that word a lot. Intentional. I was having a feeling that that was going to be my word for 2026. Start thinking about that. I know I've said that to you recently. Intentional. Okay. And when you become intentional and on fire for what you want, the universe will deliver every single thing that you've been wanting. Recognize the beautiful and wonderful things around you and bless and praise them. And on the other side, the things that aren't currently working the way you want them to work. Don't spend your energy faulting or complaining. Embrace everything that you want so you can get more of it. Throw it out there to the universe, girl. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. Right. Thank you, Lee. Lisa's wise words. We know our Lisa has lots of wise words, right? To praise and bless the things around you are worth their weight in gold. Praise and bless everything in your life. When you are praising or blessing, you are on the highest frequency of love. In the Bible, the Hebrews used the act of blessings to bring forth wealth, health, and happiness. They knew the power of blessings. For many people, the only time they have blessed someone was when they sneezed. And so they have not used one of the greatest powers to their full advantage. The dictionary defines blessings as invoking divine favor and conferring well being or prosperity. So begin right now to invoke the power of blessings in your life and bless everything and everyone. Likewise, the praising for when you are praising someone or something, you are giving love. And as you emit that magnificent frequency, it will return to you 100-fold. Now, listen, we don't have to agree with everything or anything if you don't want to. You take what you want from all of this. You can question anything that does not sit with you, right? That's what you're supposed to do. And we're not going to agree with everything that this says, and we're not going to. So we're nowhere near done with this book. We have a couple of chapters left. Well, actually, we're getting pretty close. Actually, is there one more chapter? Stand by. The Secret to You. I think we have one chapter left, and then we have all of the summaries. So we have 2 weeks left of The Secret. 2 weeks. I don't want to say what my takeaway is yet, but my takeaway from this is I have the power. You have the power. And I think in 2 weeks from now, I think that I want to dive deep into what our takeaway was. Did you guys all hear them yelling for the cats? I had to tell them to stop. Okay. Praising and blessing dissolves all negativity. So praise and bless your enemies. If you curse your enemies, the curse will come back to harm you. If you praise and bless them, you will dissolve all negativity. There's a bug on my desk. And discord. And the love of the praising and the blessings will return to you. As you praise and bless, you will feel yourself shift into a new frequency with the feedback of good feelings. Praise and blessings dissolve all negativity. Okay. Dr. Dennis Waitley. Most of the leaders in the past missed the great part of the secret, which is to empower and share with others. This is the best time to have ever been alive in history. It's the first time we've ever had the power to gain knowledge at our fingertips. With this knowledge, you are becoming aware of the truth of the world and yourself. The greatest insight into the secret on the subject of the world came from the teachings of Robert Collier, Patience Malford, Charles Haanel, and Michael Bernard Beckwith. With that understanding came total freedom. I totally hope that you can come to the place of the same freedom. If you can, then through your existence and the power of your thoughts, you will bring the greatest good to the world and to the future of all humankind. The secret summaries. So basically, it's a recap of the chapter. What you resist, you attract because you are powerfully focused on it with emotions. To change anything, go within and emit a new signal with your thoughts and feelings. So if I was to take that, knowing me, I am huge with my emotions, right? I should have been in and out. I should have been one of those characters. I'm emotional. I am and passion. Maybe not emotional. Yes, of course, emotional. I am passionate in my beliefs, and we're not even talking faith. If I believe something, I'm passionate about it. And when they just said to change anything, go within, emit a new signal with your thoughts and feelings. Change it, right? You know where my mind went? Change it, right? I don't know why this is what popped into my brain when I read that. It was like, think of a VHS tape. Rewind it. Rewind to where you want to stop it and start over. Rewind, start, and start over. You know, in a couple of chapters ago, it said when you put your head on your pillow at night and you start to recap your day, if something didn't go right, play it over in your brain, rewind it, and make it happen the way you wanted it to happen. I've been doing that. I have been doing that. And I wake up and I have been very grateful every morning when I wake up. Not, and maybe not that I was on vacation, but being on that ship and seeing nothing but water. I felt like I was really close to the universe. I felt like it was a one-on-one. Like I was the thinker. I was, I did a lot of asking. I did a lot of asking, not asking for guidance. I asked a lot of guidance. Put me where I'm supposed to be. Show me what I'm supposed to bring to the table. This is a platform. And what am I supposed to bring to this platform? It's not supposed to be about me. It's supposed to be about a message. What message am I supposed to get out there? Yes, we are savings and budgeting. and how am I supposed to help these people save and budget? And I'm gonna segue for just a minute, and we're not done reading this, but when I'm done with the next couple, I want to segue into the toolbox because that also is purpose driven. So Lisa, don't go nowhere. Please, everyone that's here, know that as soon as we're done with this, we're going to talk savings and budgeting because while I was out there, that's what my questions were. That was what I was like, what is my purpose? How am I supposed to help people? What is it that I'm supposed to do? What can I bring to the table? And it was never about what was I getting out of it? What do I need? What are you giving me? Never at any given point was that part of my conversation with the universe or God or, you know, whoever was out in that ocean listening to me. You cannot help the world by focusing on the negative things. As you focus on the world's negative events, you not only add to them, but you also bring more negative things into your own life. Instead of focusing on the world's problems, give your attention and energy to trust, love, abundance, education, and peace. I feel like I did that tonight. Instead of focusing on the world's problems, right? I'm not focused on them, but give your attention and energy to trust, love, abundance, education, and peace. Now take this, right? When you read those things, trust. You guys have to have some form of trust in me that, you know, that I'm not BSing you or that I'm not steering you in the wrong direction. So you have to have the energy of trust for me. You guys know that I love you, right? Even though I've never met you, I love you, right? And what am I trying to bring to your table? I'm trying to bring abundance in not just financial, but in all forms for you. And, you know, and then education. What has this been? This has been education. And then what do I want? I want us to all be at peace. I've talked about peace for the longest time, sitting on that rocking chair one day and just reminiscing about when we couldn't get out of debt or when we were struggling or look at how far we've come, right? I said, we're going to look back and say, we did it. We will never run out of good things because there is more than enough to go around for everyone. Life is meant to be abundant. You have the ability to tap into the unlimited supply through your thoughts and your feelings and bring it into your experience. You have the control. I might be that subconscious that's whispering in your ears. And it's so funny. We've said this through the years. What would Donna say, right? What would Donna say? You know, and that was a joke for a while, right? What would Donna say? But Donna just would say, you got this. You can do this. I said earlier that you guys have you guys are cheerleaders for one another. Do you know how powerful that alone is? One word can mean so much to one person. One word. Praise and bless everything in the world, and you will dissolve negativity and discord and align yourself with the highest frequency, which is love. We're done. Can I give you guys the floor for a minute and just give me what you want to say? I want to hear you. I want to see you, and I want to hear what you have to say. I don't just say it. Hi, Jeanette. See what you're doing for one another? Look at this. Okay. The greatest of these is love. Yep. You guys, look at you supporting one another. Just going back to the book. I want to read something else. Okay. Things that we never did, right? I wasn't doing that as much. I love that it's making you think, Misha. Love it. Love it. Yeah. But just remember, come the end of the 2 weeks from now, I really want to maybe in 2 weeks. Maybe in 2 weeks. I don't know. I'd love to have a way to talk on a Zoom and get the majority of us together. Me too. It made me raise the bar. It really has. Bingo. Self-aware. Nice. I love it. Okay. So I'm going to pause for a second here and say that, next week we got our final chapter, and then I guess I'll be like bits and pieces. Hi, Miss Brenda. Okay. Miss Brenda, I know you showed up late. I'm going to link it again. Right? Let me link it one more time. We're going to read the magic next. And we have the link because Miss Yvette Allen found the PDF of the book. So if you did not want to buy the book, we now have the PDF. And I just shared the link. So that's the book we're going to do after this one. They kind of go hand in hand. They really, really do. All right. So I'm going to read this one more time. And I didn't close that water, but it didn't spill. All right. Let me get rid of that. Good night, Lakin. Instead of focusing on the world's problems, give your attention and energy to trust, love, abundance, education, and peace. Right? So, education. We just talked about this. Last week, Lisa started the toolbox. Did you all get to go watch that? Lisa, you're not a moderator. Are you a moderator? I need to. How do I make you a moderator? It's not allowing me. You have to be because you're highlighted blue. Okay. You are. Started the toolbox, right? And Mama Bear went this week I'm supposed to go Saturday. I'm going to try to do my best, and I need to have a little bit of a meeting with these two ladies and go over what my portion of what I'm bringing to the table is. But the mission, and if I don't have this correct, I would love Lisa to correct me. The creative mission on this, the collaborative mission, is to help other people figure out savings and budgeting. And they're bringing something amazing to this table. And I hope that you're going over there to check out this video, because tools are important. And I've talked about this for a very long time. We can have all the tools in the world. We can have all the knowledge in the world. Doesn't mean we're using it. My word this year is accountability. By that word being in my brain as much as it has this year, I've realized that accountability is a huge, huge thing, right? We have to keep one another accountable. We have to help one another stay accountable. How do we do that? We talk, we listen. We make people realize that they're not alone. And the tools that they're bringing to the table and that I've had and you guys have, and think of it as this. We all use a screwdriver, right? We all know how to. Go to that toolbox, grab that budget sheet, go grab the sheet about the rocks, go figure out the why. These are all things that are so important. And what they're bringing to the table is sit down, take the 5 minutes, do your homework, ask yourself those questions, set those goals, go for the big boulders, the little boulders, the big rocks, the little rocks. Just analyze, don't ignore. And if you could take all of that and then add this with the words abundance, prosperity, love, you've got this. And we've got this together. As long as we don't forget and we keep and be grateful, right? Grateful, I think, is the beginning and the end of the day. And I think that the more we are grateful, everything else will fall into play. Now I'm speaking business here. I'm speaking budgeting and savings, because we've got to come back to that a little, right? I miss it so much. I've kind of lost track of it. Pen to paper, tracking, right? Have you all been tracking your spending? Obviously, I hadn't had to spend, so I'm doing pretty good this month. So these are all things that we're challenging one another to dive deep inside, because it's already in us. We just have to use it. We got to use the tools, whether they're paper or inside of us or up here. Just do it. You got this. You got this. Okay. Lee, what's your link? I'm missing out on that. Wait, Jeanette, what's your word this week? Oh, thank you for linking the first two videos. I know Mama Bear linked it under her video. Nice. Nice. Yep. And like I said, the tools are out there. We've got the tools, right? Mama Bear brought a whole new package of tools, right? Lisa's given us a package of tools. I've been given packages of tools for over 2 years now. We've got amazing tools. So if you're not attracted to my tools, you might be attracted to Lisa's, or you might be attracted to Mama Bear's. Don't feel the need to, grab them all. Grab what calls your name, because you have a tendency of using it more if that's the way. And I want something to spark inside of you when you look at that piece of paper and you go, you know what? I want to sit down and I want to budget. You know what? I want to track what my spending is, or I want to track what my credit score is. I've been trying to talk to you all for tracking for over a year, right? Pen to paper, write it down, write it down. So everything that they're bringing, we're reiterating. They're bringing something new. They're reminding us of things that maybe we've heard or we've forgotten about, and we're hoping to spark. We're hoping to spark something in each and every one of us, that maybe the light went out, or we're afraid to look at. Finances are a difficult thing, and it causes stress, it causes worry, it's uncertain, right? All these things. So what if we took something from the secret and we let it go, right? Let it go. And I talked about this. That check is sitting here, right? I think about that check all the time. Are you guys still looking at that check? Are you? Picture that in your toolbox. The phrase "the toolbox" has got to become a movement now. It really does. Hear me loud and clear. Please hear me. And I think if you have a channel, you need to talk about this. The toolbox needs to be filled with tools that we need, that we didn't even know we needed for our savings and budgeting journey. I don't think the toolbox is ever going to disappear. Like, I think that this is a topic, and I haven't even spoken to Lisa about this. I think this is going to be like a never ending topic. Something new has got to come into the toolbox, even if it's just a discussion in a video. But the toolbox is so important. So important. Right. And this all comes full circle. Everything that we've been talking about for a year. Love it, Brenda. Love it. Love it. I love it. Listening. Yes. Talk about being passionate about something, right? Yep. Like I said, tools, there's so many tools out there. Yes, we've got it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Love it. Love it. You know, when you think about everything that we do as a village over the course of however long, gosh, it's almost 2 years now, right? 2 years of lives coming in 2026. We've talked about bug outs, preparations, lifting one another up, toolboxes, the secret, the magic. So many great things have come. And if you think that this is just the beginning, this can go on and on and on. We have so many great people that are going to just keep everything in this community going. Good night. On that note, I want to show you something really quick. I'm going to show you. I'm going to change camera view. I don't think I left anything out tonight, did I? I don't think I did. I want to share something on a fun size. Okay. There's my desk. My list of things to do. So, I have to share with you my new markers. But wait, look at these markers. And I do have to tell you, I got them on Temu because they were more money, same exact markers on Amazon. I am in my glory. But wait, what goes with this? Look at these beautiful colors. Do you see these beautiful colors? Oh. Now, this is a color by number book. Oh my gosh. I follow a girl that colors. But I know you can't see it. Can I just zoom you in? Do you see how tiny these numbers are? Wait, it's not even gonna zoom in. Look at this. I don't even know how I'm going to see these numbers. And because these are acrylic markers, I don't think I think the paper is bigger than 8.5 by 11. I wanted to see, because there's a picture on the back and there's a picture on the front. I might have to take the book apart and take it to a printer and see if they would print it. Not on copy paper, but on some kind of art paper. Oh my gosh. I'm like, I can't see this. You know what, Bev? That's exactly what I thought. But part of me wanted to film it as I colored it. But even with my camera zoomed in, I can't see that. I still can't see that. I'm like, do you remember being a kid and getting one of those big jumbo coloring books that was like the size of you as a child? That's what this should have been. But these are what the pictures are. Aren't they beautiful? And then I'm going to show you this. Is it here? No, it's not here. No, Vinny and Shannon bought me a coloring book. I thought I was going to take it on the cruise. Oh, Vinny and Shannon got me this one. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at how pretty this is. That one blows me away. They're not numbered, but it's just like, once you start coloring it, it's not going to look like that. But I could try. Isn't that pretty? Anyways, I thought that would be therapeutic, but I don't know. It's killing me. But just looking at these makes a girl happy. And Shannon and Vinny bought me, and then they bought me these. So this girl is in abundance of markers. But these have been on my wish list for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta find something. But I just thought I'd share a happy ending with everyone. I did try to journal while I was away, but I just didn't get into it. Yeah, that one you can see. And that's a smaller book. but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I'll have to figure out something. I'm gonna work on it. He would use a magnifying glass. Okay. I'm sure the one that John has might get me. I don't know. Or I have a light board. Maybe I can use the light board. But how do you paint on one side and not get it on the back page? Like, you know what I mean? And the girl that I follow, she has a key card. She made a key card. And I think I want to make one myself to match the markers so that you take the key card and you say, okay, that's the closest to number 6. And then when you find all of number 6's, they kind of match. Anyways, I thought that was a fun way to. And even if I don't color them, how cute is that? Oh, I have to. But anyways, I'm going to come back in and say goodnight to you all. Stand by. Ta-da! I'm here. So, on a closing note, I love this chapter. I think it came at an amazing time this week. And I'm looking forward to the magic. I really am. All right, everyone. Did I miss anything? I don't know where Andrea is. I'm sure. Where's Andrea in life? Because I was away. I didn't. She did message me on 9/11, and I did have cell phone service, so I got to message her. She said that she was thinking about me, and I know that Mama Bear actually said something in one of her videos for me. But I have to do a lot of catching up. Lots of catching up. But there's crazy stuff going on this week here, so I don't know how much I'm going to catch up with. Yeah. Everybody have an amazing week. I love yous, and I missed you. And I'm always so grateful that you share Sunday nights with me. Good night, everyone. I will talk to you soon. I will see you during the week. Love yous. Bye.